You have studied English for years, passed tests, watched shows, and you still freeze the moment a native speaker starts talking at full speed. And today, we're going to tell you exactly why that happens, and more importantly, how to fix it. Hey everyone, you are listening to Fluent English Podcast. I'm Alex.
And I am Emma. And Alex, I feel like today's topic is one that so many people deal with, but nobody really talks about in a straightforward way.
Right, totally. Like it is one of those things where learners feel embarrassed about it, almost like it is their fault.
Exactly. And it is not. It is really not your fault, and we're going to get into why.
So, quick question before we dive in. Emma, has anyone ever spoken to you so fast that you had absolutely no idea what they just said?
Oh, are you serious? All the time, and English is my first language.
Same. So if it happens to us, imagine what it's like for someone learning English as a second or third language.
Completely. And that is kind of the whole point of today's episode. We want to talk about fast English, why it sounds so different from the English you learn in class, what you can actually do in real time when you miss something, and how to politely, naturally ask someone to slow down or repeat themselves without feeling weird about it.
And we have some personal stories too, because we have both been in situations where communication just kind of broke down, totally fell apart.
Oh yes, mine is embarrassing. I will save it for later.
Perfect. Okay, let's get into it. So Emma, let us start with the big question. Why does fast English sound so different from the English that people study?
Okay, so I think the number one reason is something called connected speech, and this is huge. When Americans, or really any native English speakers, talk at a normal, natural pace, we do not say each word clearly and separately. We blend words together. We cut sounds, we change sounds completely.
Right, like a perfect example, did you eat yet? In slow, clear English, that's 4 separate words, but when I say it fast, it sounds like jeet yet.
Exactly. Jeet yet. 3 words become one blob of sound, basically.
And if you have only ever heard did you eat yet spoken slowly, you will have no idea what jeet yet means.
None. 0 chance. And that's not a failure on the listener's part. That's how spoken English actually works. It's a different skill from reading English or even listening to slow, careful English.
And I think a lot of textbooks and even English classes do not prepare people for that, right? Like the English in a textbook is clean. Every word is there. Every word is clear. But real conversations are messy.
So messy and fast.
So fast and full of filler words too, like, like, I mean, stuff that doesn't really mean anything on its own, but takes up space in a sentence.
Right. And if you are not used to hearing those, they can throw you off completely. You are sitting there trying to figure out what like means in that sentence, and by the time you figure out it means nothing, you have missed the next 5 words.
Yes, that is such a real thing.
And there's also the issue of reduced vowels. So in English, a lot of unstressed syllables get reduced to the sound called the schwa. It's like a lazy sound. So to becomes t, and becomes und, of becomes of, or even just v. Cup of coffee becomes cuppa coffee.
And Americans, especially, we are very lazy with our mouths when we talk. I say that with love.
With so much love. But it's true. We blend, we reduce, we drop entire syllables sometimes.
Like probably. How do we actually say that?
Probably. We say probably.
Probably. Yes, not prob-ub-ly. Probably.
And going to becomes gonna, want to becomes wanna, have to becomes hafta, out of becomes outa. These are everywhere.
So for anyone listening, here is a really useful thing to know. These are not mistakes. When Emma or I say gonna or wanna, we are not speaking incorrectly. That is just how casual spoken American English actually sounds.
Right. It is not bad English. It is just fast, natural, everyday English.
Okay, so now let us talk about what actually happens in the moment. You are having a conversation with a fast speaker. You catch maybe 60% of what they said. What do?
Okay, so first, I want to say something that I think is really important. Your brain is doing something incredible when you listen to a new language. It is not just hearing sounds, it is matching sounds to words, matching words to meaning, understanding grammar, thinking about context, and preparing a response all at the same time.
That is a lot.
That is so much. And when someone speaks fast, your brain gets a little overwhelmed. It's like trying to catch too many balls at once. You drop some.
And the mistake that a lot of people make in that moment is they panic. And when you panic, you stop listening because your brain shifts into stress mode.
Yes, exactly. You miss one thing, then you get anxious about having missed it, and then because you're anxious, you miss the next thing too. It's a spiral.
I have seen this happen, honestly, even with native speakers in professional settings. Like someone gives a fast presentation, you miss a key point, and then you spend the next 2 minutes thinking about what you missed instead of listening to what they're currently saying.
So, the first tip, and this is a mindset tip more than anything else, is let it go. If you miss something, accept it and keep listening, because most conversations have enough context that you can fill in gaps.
Right. You do not need 100% of the words to understand 100% of the meaning. Context does a lot of the work.
Think about it. If someone says, I went to the place where you get your hair cut, you know they mean a barber or a salon, even if you didn't catch every single word.
Because context. Your brain fills in the blanks.
Exactly. And that skill gets better with practice. The more you listen to natural English, the better your brain gets at using context to fill in what it missed.
Okay, let us get practical. Emma, let us say I am talking to you really fast and you missed something. What do you actually do?
Okay, so strategy 1 is use the words you did catch. So let's say I caught meeting and Tuesday, but I missed everything in the middle. Instead of saying, sorry, I did not understand, I can say, so the meeting is on Tuesday? And that gives you a chance to confirm or correct.
Oh, that is smart. Because then you're showing you were listening and you're giving the other person a chance to clarify without making them repeat everything from scratch.
Right, you're doing a mini recap, kind of.
I love that. Strategy 2, and this one is big for me. It's totally okay to ask for clarification, and I want to say this loudly because I think a lot of English learners are scared to do this.
So scared, and they'll just nod and pretend they understood.
Which, by the way, everyone does. Native speakers too. We all do the, yeah, totally nod sometimes when we have no idea what just happened.
Oh, 100%. But it's always better to ask. And here's the thing. Asking for clarification is not a sign that your English is bad. It's a sign that you're engaged and you actually care about understanding.
So here are some natural phrases you can use. First, the classic, sorry, could you say that again? Simple, polite, totally normal.
Or, sorry, I missed that. Very casual, very natural.
Could you slow down a little? I want to make sure I understand. That's great because it explains why you're asking, which takes the awkwardness away completely.
Sorry, what was that? Super casual. Americans say that to each other all the time.
Or if you caught part of it, sorry, I got the first part, but could you repeat the last bit?
Oh, that one is so useful because sometimes you really did get part of it and you just need the end repeated.
And here's one I really like. Just to make sure I understood, you said, and then you repeat back what you think you heard. That way, the other person can say yes or correct you.
That one is golden. It also shows that you're paying attention and that you care about getting it right.
Exactly.
Okay, I promised an embarrassing story, and here it is.
Yes, please.
So, I was in a coffee shop, right? And the barista asked me something at the end of my order, and she was talking so fast, kind of mumbling, and the coffee machine was loud, and I could not hear a word. And instead of asking her to repeat it, I just said yes.
Oh no.
And whatever she asked apparently had a yes or no answer, and yes was the wrong one because she looked at me kind of confused and then just moved on. And to this day, I have no idea what she asked me. I have no idea what I agreed to.
That is amazing. That is so relatable, though.
And I am a native English speaker, so if that happens to me in a loud coffee shop, it can happen to anyone.
Okay, my story. So this was at work years ago, and my manager called me over and kind of rattled off a list of tasks really quickly. I caught like 3 things on the list, and I just said, got it, sure, no problem, and walked away.
how many tasks were on the list?
I found out later there were 6. I had 3, and I spent the whole afternoon doing the wrong 3.
Oh no, Alex.
It was a mess. And the lesson I learned that day was always ask. Always. Just to confirm, you need me to do A, B, and C. Takes 10 seconds and saves you an entire afternoon.
That is such a good real-life example of why asking for clarification matters. And it applies in English learning, too. Better to ask and feel a little awkward for 5 seconds than to miss something important.
Okay, let us talk about the longer game. What can people actually do to get better at understanding fast English over time?
So, tip 1, listen to real English, not just classroom English. And by that I mean podcasts like this one, YouTube videos, TV shows, movies, radio. Content where people are actually talking the way they talk in real life.
And start with content that has subtitles or transcripts, because that way you can follow along and start connecting the sounds to the words.
Yes, and then gradually try listening without subtitles. Cover them up and just listen. See how much you get. Then check.
And do not be discouraged if you miss a lot at first. That is the whole point. You are training your ear like training a muscle. It takes time.
Tip 2, shadow native speakers. Shadowing means you listen to a sentence and then you repeat it, trying to match the speed, the rhythm, the sounds, everything. And it feels silly at first, but it's incredibly effective.
Because when you try to say the words at the same speed a native speaker does, you start to feel how the words blend together. You understand it from the inside.
Exactly. It's like, instead of watching someone dance, you get up and try to dance with them.
Oh, I love that analogy.
Thank you. Tip 3, focus on rhythm, not just words. English has a very specific rhythm. Stressed syllables and unstressed syllables create a kind of beat. And when you start to feel that beat, fast English becomes much easier to follow.
Right, because even when individual words are blurry, the rhythm gives you a map.
And tip 4, be patient with yourself. Seriously, learning to understand fast, natural speech is one of the hardest parts of learning any language. It takes time, it takes exposure, and some days you will feel like you're going backwards. That's normal.
It's not a straight line. Progress never is.
Never. But every conversation you have, every podcast you listen to, every show you watch, it's adding up even when it doesn't feel like it.
Okay, quick bonus section. What do you do when you are in a situation where you cannot really ask someone to repeat themselves, like in a group setting, or a presentation, or something like that?
Great question. So first, focus on keywords. Do not try to catch everything. Just listen for nouns, verbs, numbers, names. Those carry the most meaning.
Right. Meeting, Thursday, 3 p.m., conference room. Tells you almost everything you need to know, even without the connecting words.
Second, watch body language and facial expressions. They give you enormous context. If someone looks serious, the news is probably not great. If everyone in the room laughs, something funny was said.
Communication is not just words. It is so much more than words.
Third, write things down if you can. Keywords, numbers, names. You can piece it together afterward.
And fourth, find someone you feel comfortable with after the meeting or conversation and just check. Hey, just to make sure I got everything, the main points were X and Y, right?
And most people are totally happy to help with that in my experience. When someone asks you to clarify something, it does not make you look bad. It makes you look careful and thorough.
Agreed. Nobody is impressed by someone who nods along and then does the wrong thing.
Nobody.
Okay, let us bring it home. Emma, what are your top 3 takeaways from today?
All right, number 1. Fast English sounds different from textbook English because of connected speech, reduced vowels, and blended words. This is not bad English. It is just real, natural English. Number 2, when you miss something, do not panic. Use context, use the words you did catch, and ask for clarification using simple, natural phrases. Number 3, training your ear takes time and regular exposure. Listen to real English content, try shadowing, and be patient with yourself. You are doing something incredibly hard, and you deserve credit for it.
Beautifully put. I would add one more thing.
which is asking for clarification is a skill, not a weakness. The most confident communicators in any language are the ones who make sure they understand before moving on.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, that is it for today's episode of Fluent English Podcast. Thank you so much for spending this time with us.
It really means a lot. If this episode helped you, share it with someone who is also learning English. It might help them too.
And hey, if you want to put today's tips straight into practice, go check out our episode called Listen and Repeat, 50 English Sentences for Daily Life.
It is exactly what it sounds like. Real, everyday sentences you can listen to, repeat out loud, and start using right away.
Perfect follow-up to everything we talked about today. It's this video on the left side.
Trust us, your English will thank you.
Keep listening, keep practicing, and we'll talk to you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.